We're just going to give this a few seconds to make sure everything is booted up and working. All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Carroll. Welcome to Connected Community Health Support. And today is day 39 of our full body exercise coaching at home. No equipment needed. All you need is a little bit of space and just pretty much an arm's length of space enough to move around. No equipment. And that's about it for for a little demo. But I know a lot of you might be seeing me new at this time at 7:30. This is a little bit of a new schedule. We're coming back from the rest week. This is my first session back. I know it's been a while since I've been on stream, but we're progressing into the second quarter now where we are moving on to the 4 days a week sessions here. So we are going back to the 30-minute sessions, but we're increasing that weekly volume. Now at this point, same thing, we're going to build up that work to rest ratio over time, just how we did in the previous weeks. As kind of mentioned before, it is new for me streaming at the 7:30 a.m. time. So Seth is going to be running those Mondays. Adam does Tuesdays. I'll be doing Thursdays. And then we will kind of be rotating on Friday. And we will always be live at 7:30 a.m. But we will then be restreaming these at our normal, 12 o'clock and 5:30 p.m. session. So if you're seeing me there, if you're one of my people that was coming to my 12 o'clock sessions, I apologize. I will not be live at these times. We're trying to figure out a way to make it work and, have more live sessions, but we realize there will be a point in this program where we get up to 6 days a week. So, it might not be sustainable for us to be, have that time blocked out on our schedules. We do want to be here live for you guys and make it work, but enough of that spiel. Same thing. I like to try to keep it right to the fitness here. Because I know everybody's on some strict time constraints. Maybe you're trying to get this workout in before, you head off to work or something of that nature. So I'm just going to adjust this. So we're going to go get into the program right here in a second. And actually, before I get into the warm up here, you know what? We're going to talk about it while I'm going through the warm up, just to save a little bit of time. So, all right, follow along with me. We got a 3-minute warm up. And I'll walk you through it. Let me make sure the volume is down. All right. So first move of the warm-up, I like to open up the mid-back. So kind of start with your arms and legs, or feet shoulder width apart, arms out in front. And you're going to be rotating back to the wall behind you. Trying to point that arm back to the wall or whatever is behind you. Really trying to stretch out that mid-back here. Get the mid-back warmed up for this exercise. Hold up. I see the chat is up. I didn't realize I didn't have it up at the second. Hello, happy face. Good morning. Sorry, I didn't have the chat opened up at first. I apologize. So, I'm going to keep going with these for just a few more reps. All right, awesome. Then I want to move into these hip circles. I like to call these open and close the gate. So you can open the leg out wide, then bring it back in. Same thing, open out wide, coming right back. Same thing, we're just gonna hang out here, move through this nice and smooth, get these hips moving this morning. Same thing, another way to modify this one is you can grab onto the wall, get some extra stability here. And same thing, move through this exercise the same way. And also, I want to talk here. Sorry, done with the hip circles. We're going to work on the neck a little bit here. Just going to be rotating side to side. Let me change this camera. So a little bit of technical difficulties today. It has been a while since I've streamed, honestly. So that's not a great camera angle either. It has been a little bit while since I streamed, so kind of getting back into the groove myself a little bit here, with all honesty. So we're going to be working on the neck, just kind of moving it around in some circles. We're going to look to the side in a few, but I want to get at least 4 or 5 circles each way. Remember, not going to that very end range of motion, just kind of working within the range of motion that you have. Great job, everybody. Keep moving through. All right, now we're going to do the looking to the side, getting that other movements of the neck So trying to look behind you, looking over the shoulder, standing up nice and tall. Good job, everybody. Keep it moving. All right, done with that. Let's put a quick pause on this. So, all right, last move of the warm. We're going to get the shoulders warmed up a little bit. We're going to start with some small circles going forward. Just going to keep moving through this so that you can have the palms up. You can make a fist. It doesn't really matter too much. We're going to go reverse the other direction now. And now let's open it up real wide to finish off this warm-up and get right back into the workout. Now, a lot of similar moves here on day 39. Nothing too different from some of the things we've done in the past. The same thing, we're just getting into. Let's almost go the other direction. But just getting into the second quarter now. So we are increasing the weekly volume. We're going to be doing more sessions per week. And so we're going to kind of advance those movements kind of from the beginning, and not from the beginning, but always going to have a lot of variations for everybody of all fitness levels. But, we really want to, kind of build things back up again, because we are really increasing that weekly intensity. So we're going to go get onto the workout here in a second, but I wanted to share some important information about what's going on. On our social medias, we are going to be going through one of our major pillars for our business and for this, for connected community health support, things that we think are important for your health and fitness. And this week we are focusing on fitness. And our quote of the week is, a little progress each day adds up to big results. And, it couldn't be more true. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to work at these things day after day, week after week, but all that progress will add up and you will reach your goals as long as you stick with it and stay consistent. And I'm also sharing some benefits about high intensity interval training, which is essentially what we are doing in this workout. It's periods of work to rest ratios, generally longer rest than compared to work. I'm going to be sharing some facts about that at the end of this stream, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. But without further ado, let's get things started. So first move of the day, we are going to be, well, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be working on floors. Oh my gosh. All right, technical difficulties again. All right, so as you can see, we're going to be working on floor touches as the first move. Remember, you are just reaching down to the ground and standing back up. Pretend like you got a box or something on the ground. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing. There's a few different ways where you can modify this. As you can see, I'm just reaching down to the ground, trying to work within my range of motion, not trying to increase the range of motion too much. Same way, a good way to kind of get into this form is let the hands slide down the hips. Same thing, you can kind of get into that pattern, get the motion going, find the range of motion that works for you. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. We got a 30-second rest period before we get on to the next move here. And so, the same thing, this is kind of going back. I know right before the rest period, we were going about 40 seconds of work to 20 seconds of rest. So we are going back on our work to rest ratio a little bit, but with good reason. So we have bent over pulls or prone pulls. I'm going to be showing the bent over ones first. Strong bent over position, reach in front and pull back in 3, 2, 1, let's go. And moving right along with this. I like to think it's kind of like a pull-up, except you're doing it from this bent over position. And another good way to do this one is you can do the same thing on the ground in the prone position. This one works well too. And it's going to force you to fight gravity during this whole motion, or else you're kind of getting cut out by the exercise description. But 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Apologize, I'm feeling a little rusty. It's been a while since I got these streams going. But our next move is going to be shoulder circles. So this is one you could do from a tall kneeling position. You could do it from a standing position, whatever feels comfortable. I'm going to be doing it from the tall kneeling. We're going to be doing big circles here, slow and controlled, a little bit different from the warm-up. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Moving back through, just working through that full range of motion here. Really opening up the chest, open up the shoulders, working on some good control here. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. As you can see, I was going all backwards that time. I'm going to mix it up. On that next time through, we're going to be going forward. I'm going to split it halfway during our last one. It's just a half-hour session. Same thing, another big difference from before we took that week break. We were going with those hour-long sessions. We're going to build right back up there. Same thing, it's going to take some time. Starting from the kind of from the beginning again, just more days a week. All right, next move coming up. We got high knees or bicycles. We're showing the high knees first. We'll start here, going across the body, reaching to the knee. All right, let's go, everybody. Same thing. This is another one that has multiple modifications. You can go just how I'm going to sell, but same thing. If you don't feel like you have that range of motion, if you want to still stay standing, you don't got to bring the knee all the way to the elbow. This can still be a great exercise, no matter how you modify it. So you're still getting this movement pattern, still getting some single leg balance, some core, all that good stuff. All right, a 30-second break here. Again, 35 seconds. We're doing 25 seconds of work, the 35 seconds of rest here in this session. All right, and we got push-ups coming up next. Another one, multiple variations. You can be going from the wall. The further you are away, the harder it's going to be. You can do this from the ground. I personally like going from my knees. Do what feels comfortable for you. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And then coming down, coming right back up. The only thing I want you to really be thinking about is pushing yourself away from the ground. The same thing if you're not level, where you can get up from the ground. That's completely okay. Everybody starts somewhere, and you can just hold this position and push yourself away from the ground. Still going to be using a lot of those same muscles. So do what feels good for you. Do what works for you. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. All right, push-ups done. We got ITYs coming up next, IYTs. So you can be doing this from a bent over position, but I'm just going to show standing just so you can see movement a little bit better. So I all the way up, thumbs up, Y, then T coming out, but we're going to be doing this from the bent over position. So I, Y, T, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Moving right along through this motion. Same thing, one great way to modify this can be pretty intense on the lower body, holding that position. So going thumbs up, and then, switching sides, supporting the body weight with that other arm can be a great way to make this movement, a little bit easier for you. And done with that one. Great job, everybody. Same thing is going to go quick with these, short and rest and work periods. We're going to be keeping that heart rate up during this whole exercise program. So, I can't believe it. We're already going to get to the end of the movement. We're going to be doing single leg reach or step out and reach. So I like to think it's like one, you're stepping out to the side, reaching up high. You can do it on just one leg, get a little bit of a balance component in here. It's going to force the core to work. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And then reaching up onto that one leg. I think it's like you're kind of reaching for an apple on a tree. Coming up, the same thing. You don't have to take the leg off the ground. You can just step out a little bit and reach. Still going to force you to put most of that weight on one leg, working on that single leg balance, making the core work in unison with the lower and upper appendages. But that is one time through. Great job, everybody. We're going to go 2 more times through. So, starting back up at the top with floor touches. Remember, find that range of motion, find that depth that works for you. You can still get a great workout without going down all the way. Find out what's comfortable. See, I'm not getting all the way to the ground either. I'm feeling a little bit stiff this morning, but my range of motion will get better over time as we keep going through these movements. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. And I was going to wait till the very end to talk about the benefits of, HIIT training or high intensity interval training. I think since we're, in the moment doing it, might as well talk about it here instead of having you wait to the end. So I'll wait till we finish this one up, but 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. All done with that. So HIIT training, one of the major benefits is this can be one of the most, give you the most bang for your buck, or, the best results for your time with high intensity interval training. In a study where they compared 30 minutes of weight training, 30 minutes of biking, 30 minutes of HIIT training, they actually found that you burn 25 to 30% more calories doing HIIT training. And this was a 20-second of work to 40-second of rest cycle. We'll continue this conversation. We got bent over pulls or prone pulls in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So as I mentioned, that was a 20 to 40-second work to rest. I'm not sure specifically what exercises they were doing, but when you think about it, if you're doing 20 seconds work to 40 seconds of rest, you are actually exercising a third of the amount of time that you would have been in the half-hour groups. 3, 2, 1, and done. So with working out for 1/3 less of the time, you're actually burning 25 to 30% more calories doing this HIIT training compared to, a steady state cycling or resistance training. So if you're looking, burn fat, lose weight, high intensity interval training, as we're doing here in this session, would be a great way, because the same thing, it keeps that heart rate up consistently. You don't really get a long time to recover. But all right, we got shoulder circles coming in 3, 2, 1. We're going forward now. Or if you went forward the first time, let's go backwards. We just want to mix it up. Make sure we're keeping the shoulder even. You don't want to create some asymmetries in the body. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and great job. 35 seconds of rest. So another benefit of HIIT training. So in another study, they also found that after doing a half an hour of HIIT training compared to weight training and cycling, that your metabolic rate or your rate of burning calories after the workout is completed is actually, they said about 15% higher when doing HIIT training. So you're actually going to be burning more calories after your workout. Your metabolism is going to be working faster doing HIIT training compared to some of these other forms of training. All right, we got high knees in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Coming across the body. Same thing, another variation. You can do the same movement pattern, but on the ground, on your back. Same thing, coming across. As you can see, it's the same movement pattern, definitely a little bit more difficult when you are on the ground. But we want to give that variation that everybody can do. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. So high knees done, or your bicycles. Now we're going to move back into the push-ups. So remember, find a variation that works for you. Go from the floor, go from the ground, go from the edge of your couch. It does not matter to me. Oh, I just realized before we got push-ups, we got squats. I accidentally forgot about those. We're doing squats in 3, 2, 1. All right, coming down and coming back up. So I guess I wasn't joking about me being rusty for not streaming from the last 2 weeks. Forgot this exercise during the first one. So we're going to do squats back to back. That's why I'm feeling I missed it in the first session. I apologize, everybody watching. So this will be a little bit out of order today. 3, 2, 1, and done. And with those squats, I like to think about just sitting in a chair and standing back up. Don't make it too complicated. I like to try to make it transferable to everyday life. Just sitting in a chair, standing back up. So you can see right here, the pattern doesn't change. So I'm sitting on a pillow, but And the pattern really doesn't change. It's really the same movement pattern. We just call it sitting and standing. One we call it squatting. We're going to do squats again because we missed them the first time. I apologize, everybody. We're going to get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Coming up and coming back down. I think I'm going to be showing from the chair this time, just sitting down and standing back up. Same thing, you're doing that same movement pattern. You're still squatting. I don't care what anybody calls it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Those back-to-back squats definitely make you feel it. Another thing with squats, didn't mention this. We're going the same thing. Your depth doesn't matter. Just like the floor touches, doesn't matter how far you're getting to the ground. Do what feels comfortable for you. Work within your current range of motion. Can't stress that enough. But push-ups coming up next. So find a wall, find a floor, find the edge of your couch, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm going to be going from my knees. We're going to get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Coming down, coming right back up. Simply, I know the push-ups have been one that have been consistent in this program for a while now. Same thing, one of the better body weight push motions that we can have. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. IYT's coming up next. Remember, from a bent over position. Same thing, find that strong and stable base. One of the ways I like to find it is by putting the hands on the hips, letting the hands slide down, get into that strong, stable position. And, thumbs up in the I and the Y, and then back of the hand up on the T. We're going to get this going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And then I'm going up, Y, and T. And as I talked about the last time going through this, a good way to modify this one is to, go one arm at a time. Can be pretty intense holding that lower body through this whole workout. And then we got a lot of full body movements. But 3, 2, 1. Great job. IYT is done. Now we have our standing or a single leg reach. Same thing, you can just step the foot out, keep that stability. You don't even have to step out a lot. Same thing. Or you can really reach, really get the leg out, challenge the bounce. Do what feels comfortable for you. Challenge yourself. But work within your strengths. You still want to challenge yourself. But if you're feeling like you might fall, or if it's feeling uncomfortable, anything like that, don't push yourself too hard. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'll be honest, it feels good getting that movement in a little bit earlier, right after I'm waking up. 7:30 a.m. here in New York. And normally my streams were about 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Had a little bit more time, get myself situated. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit more rusty this morning. But 3, 2, 1, great job. And I know that's no excuse. I honestly just think it's because I haven't been streaming in a while. It's been a good, we had a rest week before that. We had a very busy week where we had to do some restreams the week before that. So it's been probably a good 2 weeks since I got out here on the stream. So, but all right, last time through, everybody, I'm going to share my last kind of tip about high intensity interval training. One of my favorite forms of training, and hey, that's what we're doing right now. But floor touches in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing. I know the study was not specific to body weight HIIT training, comparing it to weight training, but a lot of these same principles apply of just keeping that heart rate up from these short work to rest ratios. You don't really get a chance to recover or get into a steady state where you might be doing during cycling. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job with that, everybody. We got bent over or prone pulls. And then if you're doing it bent over, strong, stable position, pulling the arms back or you could be doing it from this prone position where I'm getting kind of blocked out by the workout description, but it's the same motion. You're just going to be lying on the ground. Hopefully you can kind of see me at least. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing. This one won't be as intense on your lower body, obviously, because you don't have to hold that position, but it will be a bit more intense on the upper body as you're trying to resist gravity as you're pulling your arms back. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right. Done with that. We got shoulder circles coming up next. I'm going to split it halfway through, so make sure you're listening for my call out. We're going to start going backwards, next up going forward. So we still got 15 seconds here. And then next up, I'll give you my last kind of tidbit to go along with high intensity interval training. All right, get ready, everybody. We're going to be doing shoulder circles in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, whatever direction you want to start with, just make sure you are listening to that call out for when we switch the motion and reverse. Whatever direction you were going in, switch it up. We're going to finish this strong here. Great job. 3, 2, 1, and done. Awesome job, everybody. Got another 30-second break here. And we are going to be going into our high knees or bicycles. Remember, if you're doing the high knees or marching, simply you're going knee to elbow. Same thing, you don't have to be going all the way, just this rotational motion of bringing the hip or the knee down to the elbow can be very beneficial. But we're going to be getting this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And then we're getting some rotational core aspect, getting a little bit of single leg balance in here as well. Same thing, you can go a little bit faster. You can go slower. You control the pace. I'm just here to guide you through the workout. Same thing, we're all at different levels. We've all had different past experiences. We want to find out what works for us, not works for somebody else. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, got that all taken care of. We got squats, not going to forget them this time through. I'm just pretending like you are sitting in a chair, standing back up. It should just feel comfortable. It should feel natural. It should feel like to pretend like you literally have that invisible chair right behind you, organizing around an external goal, not focusing on too much on what's going on internally with, the hips, the knees, things of that nature. All right, we're going to get this going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, I'm just coming down, coming right back up. Same thing, you can go faster here, make it more intense. You can go slow and controlled. You can go to a depth that's comfortable for you. Go really deep. Don't have to go deep at all. You're still working on the same pattern. If you're really feeling it, you can get some squat jumps. That will definitely pick up the intensity. But 3, 2, 1. Great job. Love the squats. Great movement. One of the most transferable movements to everyday life in our program. That and the floor touches, I would say. But we got push-ups coming up again next. You got 20 seconds to gather yourself, catch your breath, get a drink, whatever you got to do. But get ready for these push-ups. Remember, from the floor, from the ground, from the edge of the couch, it does not matter to me. Find out what works for you. All right, we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And now I'm coming down, coming right back up. Same thing, I'm just pushing myself away from the ground. That's the main thing why this is a fundamental movement pattern. Is just getting this motion of pushing away, or same thing of getting that push and hold if you're doing it isometrically. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, home stretch, everybody. Let's finish strong here. We got IYTs, and we have our standing reach. So remember, IYTs. I all the way above head, Y, kind of making a Y position, then T going all the way out. But going to be doing this from that bent over position. All right, we're going to be going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So it's going to go I, Y, and then T. Same thing. You can go slow and controlled. Maybe give it a little bit of hold at the top. If you want, just find out what works for you. This can be a pretty tough move. I think a lot of these are pretty tough moves. You're going to be holding it from the lower body, trying to find stability here while still moving through the core and the upper body. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great move job, everybody. We're on to the last move where I will share my last tip about high intensity interval training. So one thing also, this is true about a lot of forms of exercise. Something high intensity interval training can be really efficient with is, decreasing your heart rate and blood pressure. Same thing, you're keeping that heart rate up the whole entire workout. Don't really get a chance to come down, really improve that oxygen consumption, that reducing the heart rate, reducing the blood pressure. But all right, let's get into this last move, standing reach. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. And then reaching out. Like you got to pick that apple up off a tree. Same thing if you're watching sets. I know this is a little bit different from the Superman. But, in my opinion, I think this is a little bit more transferable. Personally, I don't feel that. You may get, it's not that it's not a good exercise, but I think without the proper coaching over virtual, there's not a high chance, but there's a chance that you could be doing this move incorrectly and just kind of cranking on the low back, which really shouldn't be the goal of this exercise. We want to keep everybody healthy and moving well. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. Finishing up the workout, day 39. We're going to move into a cool down right here. So first thing I like to do with the cool down, give yourself a hug. See a chat coming in. Calories would be much more satisfying to lose if they screened while you burned them. Yeah, no, that would be nice. I know there's a whole lot of, wait, did you say screened or screamed? Oh, screened. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Same thing also, but at the same time, I know sometimes like on the treadmills and stuff at the gym, it's like you see the calories slowly going up and you're like, wow, I've been here for a while and it doesn't feel like I've burned a lot. Sometimes I feel like you burn them a little bit faster when you don't know exactly how much because you don't realize how long it's taken. So this show, what is it? Sorry, I don't know. I don't know what I just did. Sorry. All right, we're just going to keep moving through this, kind of stretching the shoulder out a little bit. Next one, we're going to do some leg swings. I'm grabbing onto a wall here. Same thing, just kind of letting the legs swing like a pendulum. Moving through this range of motion. Same thing, you're not trying to like really kick up the leg, go really far back. You're kind of just getting some loose, dynamic movement. Just kind of get the body relaxed, get the heart rate coming down. All right, we're going to switch the legs here. Great job, everybody. Good workout today. Same thing, I know this, if you're watching this live or recorded, I know this is a little bit rough for me personally. I promise my streams are usually a little better. I think just me just getting back in the swing. I was forgetting the movements, different time slot. I'll get the hang of it. Don't worry about it. Just got to get back into the rhythm of things. Same thing, it might be kind of feeling the same for some of you guys just getting into the workout after a rest week. Same thing. I think it was good that we took the rest week, got some time off, kind of recover. We've been going consistently for a while. Really proud of you all for sticking with this. Sometimes it's good to just, take a step away, relax a little bit, but, it could be a little bit more difficult getting back into it. Oh, thank you, Happy Face. I appreciate that. Trying my best out here. But as one of my favorite ways to finish the workout is with some deep breathing. I want to take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to keep working on that for about 10 seconds. I'm going to make some final comments here. Make sure you keep working on that breathing. My first thing is obviously thank you all for being here. Appreciate you tuning in, watching, supporting us here at Connected Community Health Support. And another thing we're going to be start getting some blog posts out. We're going to be doing some social media, working on getting a newsletter out for people that want to subscribe to us through, our website, connectedchs.com. If you want to check out the link tree in the bio, that'll bring you to all of our social medias, all of our web pages, and you can get connected with Connected Community Health Support. But, I guess we'll finish it off just talking a little bit more about the high intensity interval training. And we talked a lot about the benefits here. You're keeping that consistent heart rate up. You can, lower your heart rate, lower your blood pressure. You can also, burning more calories than you might with traditional exercises like weightlifting or cycling. Same thing, increasing your metabolism for a longer period of time post-workout, because same thing, your body was, a lot more ramped up, because the same thing, it's a little bit more intense than, just a steady state cycling or, weight training. So I guess a moral of today's stream is that, we're doing a good thing here with, the high intensity interval training. We're mixing it up with some different movements, getting a lot of full body movement patterns. And, same thing, it's a great way to get a lot of exercise in a short period of time, because even when it's a half an hour, you can still get a great workout here with this program. And so that was a fun day streaming, first day back, now still kind of getting into the swing of things. So I apologize. Could have been a bit smoother on my end, but I will get it figured out. Oh, I actually realized you just said screamed instead of screamed. I just seen that now. Yeah, that would definitely be helpful. Might be a little scary though, honestly. But it was good seeing you. Happy to face my first stream with you today, besides the one where we all did things together. And, I'm going to get that quality up as, things progress here. Same thing, I know I shouldn't be apologizing. I'm doing a good thing here. And, hey, come on. We still got a good workout in today. That's all that matters. But, without further ado, I'm going to be signing off here in a second. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting. Really means a lot to us here. And we are, we're hoping you're enjoying this as well. So, on that note, Jacob signing out. I hope you all have a great day.